Chapter 1. The Girl in the Corner. Darkness. The sound of rain echoed through the night. A pair of headlights cut through the empty road. The engine roared, tires screeched, then crash. Metal twisted, glass shattered. For a brief moment, everything seemed to stop. The world became silent. A figure lay motionless beside the wreckage. The rain continued to fall. Drop, drop, drop. A weak hand slowly reached upward, as if trying to grasp something, someone, anything. The figure's lips moved. A faint whisper escaped into the darkness. Then everything disappeared. She suddenly opened her eyes. Her chest rose sharply. For a brief moment, she simply stared at the ceiling above her bed. The room was quiet. The morning sunlight filtered through the curtains. No rain, no darkness, no wrecked guard. Just her room, just another morning. She sat up slowly. A strange expression crossed her face. Then it vanished, almost immediately. A glance at the clock told her she was already late. With a sigh, she got out of bed. The classroom burst with noise. Students chatted, laughed, complained about homework. At the back of the room, she sat. A book rested open on her desk. As usual, she sat alone. As usual, she ignored everyone around her. As usual. Hey, nerd! A voice erupted the classroom. Three girls stood beside her desk. The classmate immediately knew what was coming. The one girl grabbed her notebook, another laughed. Studying again? The third rolled her eyes.
Seriously? That's all you ever do?
The notebook tossed from one hand to another. Several pages bent. The girls laughed. The classroom watched, yet the person at the center of it all showed almost no reaction. No anger, no embarrassment, no frustration, nothing. Can I have that back? Her voice was calm, too calm. The girls exchanged confused looks. Most people would have gotten upset. Most people would have argued. She simply waited. The notebook was eventually thrown back onto her desk. You are so weird. The girls walked away. The classroom returned to normal, as if nothing had happened. She carefully straightened the folded pages, then she continued reading, but for a brief moment, her eyes drifted toward the classroom window, toward the sky, towards something far away. Then she looked back at her book, and the moment was gone, leaving behind only one question: who exactly she was. Chapter 2. A Strange Girl. The final bell rang. Students quickly packed their bags and left the classroom. Within minutes, the room was empty. The girl in the corner quietly closed her book and slipped into her bag. Without speaking to anyone, she stood and headed for the door. As always, alone. Outside, the streets were crowded with her eyes fixed ahead. The afternoon sun was warm. The city was noisy. Everything looked ordinary, yet something felt strange. A feeling she couldn't quite explain. She stopped for a moment, then Oi, Mikey! A loud voice echoed from across the street. Her body froze, only for a second, but it was enough. Slowly, she turned her head. A group of delinquents stood near a vending machine. Among them was a short boy happily eating a taiyaki. For a brief moment, their eyes met. The girl's expression changed. Not fear, not surprise, something else, something impossible to understand. Then she immediately looked away and started walking faster, much faster. The blond boy blinked. Huh? He watched her disappear into the crowd. What's wrong? The tall boy beside him asked. Mikey pointed toward the retreating figure. That girl. What about her? She ran away. The taller boy glanced in the direction Mikey was pointing. There was nobody there anymore. You don't even know her. Exactly. Mikey took another bite of his taiyaki. His eyes remained fixed on the street, thinking about her. That was weird. Meanwhile, several blocks away, the girl finally slowed down. She let out a long sigh. Why today? She muttered quietly. A passing pedestrian looked at her strangely. The girl immediately fell silent and continued walking, as if nothing had happened. Back at the vending machine, Mikey was still thinking. Most people reacted one of two ways when they saw him. Either they admired him or they were terrified of him. That girl had done neither. Instead, she had looked at him for a split second and immediately left, almost as if she already knew him. The thought made him frown. Then he asked Draken, Kenshin, what now? Find out who she is. Dragon nearly choked. What? The girl. You don't even know her name. Then find out her name. Mikey, that's not how this works. Mikey ignored him. His attention was already elsewhere. For the first time in a long while, something had genuinely caught his interest. And unfortunately for the mysterious girl, when Mikey became curious about something, he really gave up.